what the change of leaves and what was happening, and then of course the children, we all brought in leaves, but it was opening your eyes to the world around you.
Yes.
And that was really, really special. A lot of kids, particularly that I know, they don't go outside to play. And they,
Me today.
Yeah. And so, it was good for everybody. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Now, what was your favorite school year?
My favorite what?
School year. What, first grade, second grade?
Oh.
What was your favorite?
Oh, my goodness. Well, first grade I thought was just wonderful because I knew exactly what to do.
I see.
Because my brothers and sisters had been there before me.
I see.
And we had the same teacher, every single one of us.
So he knew all the family.
So
or she.
Mrs. Therna would say, the first thing, we sat on the tables. And I thought that was the strangest thing in the world. But the table is long and it holds a lot of little bottoms. And she would talk to us about what was expected of us.
Oh.
And she wanted us to say please and thank you and have some manners. And there were a surprising number of kids that had never done that.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, that was a teaching tool.
Okay.
Yeah, please and thank you. That's silly, but it's part of the life that, they come to school for the first time.
Yes.
And now you've got this conglomeration of a mix. And
right.
So,
right.
Yeah. And I remember when I was teaching.
Oh, okay.
Because I was stuck out in the country school.
Right.
During the war, there were just no teachers. And so we, as trainees, were sent out into the country schools.
To be teachers?
To teach.
Okay.
Well, I'd never seen a country school. I had no idea. All 8 grades.
All together?
All 8 grades in one room. And so it was very hard because it was hard to put together. The older kids looked after the younger kids, but I'm talking about their education. And so I think it suffered a lot, but by the same token, I'm going to call it osmosis, that the younger people would continuously hear stuff that the older children were doing.
Right.
So, it kind of, I know that stuff, or whatever.
That's good, though.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that's the way the country school worked, really.
Well, there's also something. So some students are not ready to learn.
Yeah, that's right.
Until later.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the country school, too bad.
That's right.
Absolutely. First grade, you have to learn what you're supposed to learn in first grade. Now, that's it.
Yeah.
But in that environment, in that school, you can learn later, and it's okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, then I had to ride the school bus.
To teach?
Yeah, but it's the only way I could get to the school.
Okay.
And the school bus ran right by where I was boarding.
Okay.
And so I rode the school bus. And so then I became the disciplinarian, the bus. So it was all kinds of crazy things that you don't expect. But that's what they have to do.
How long did you teach at that school?
Well, actually, it was a little better than a half a year.
Okay.
Now, what we did was to prepare us, the first half.
Okay.
We went to observation, and we had, learn how to write lesson plans and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
Then the second semester was applying
Okay.
what we had read,
Okay.
and so on.
I see.
So those kids somehow prospered.
You were a good teacher, I bet.
They did.
Yeah.
They really, and they got all the way through the 8th grade. There was only one child that I know of that went to a city school after that. The rest of them stopped
Okay.
their education
Okay.
and went into whatever was going on with their fathers or
Okay.
whatever,
Now, where?
So it was hard, I want to say improve, but that's a poor word, because they had a lot of stuff that no city kid
Okay.
could ever understand. But it was precious things.
Right. Sure.
Yeah. So I don't think a country school kid suffers too much if they've got the intelligence.
Right.
By the time they get up to the 8th grade, they're pretty well able to handle
Yep.
most anything.
Now, where was this? Where?
This was in Leeds, Maine,
Leeds, okay.
which is a little small town outside of Lewiston.
Okay.
Lewiston was a twin city to where I lived
Right.
in
Right.
Auburn.
I know Lewiston.
So,
Auburn. Right.
but I still boarded with another teacher in Leeds.
Okay.
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 And we had, for the first time, in my house, we had what we called the cold room. And there was no radio or whatever. Oh, God, that place was cold. And so...
It's called a
So
cold room.
when I went to the country school, our bedroom had no heat, or a small amount of one radiator or something. I'd
Yeah.
forgotten, and I shared it with another teacher, and so we cuddled in bed.
Stay warm.